Morning.
Good morning and welcome to today's meeting of the Public Facilities Commission. I'm going to turn it over to TT.
Thank you, Chair Craven. Good morning, Commissioners. This meeting is being recorded and broadcast live. Before we get started, I will ask Colleen Daly, the PFC Secretary, to take a roll call of the meeting participants. Colleen, if you would please conduct the roll call.
Thank you, TT. Please unmute your device and confirm your presence when I call your name. Beginning roll call with the Commission. Catherine Craven, Chair.
Present.
Larry Mamoli, Commissioner.
Present.
Donald Wright, Commissioner.
Present.
TT Lee, Legal Advisor.
Present.
Catherine Pendleton, Article Clerk.
Present.
And with the Boston Public Library, Allison Ford, Manager of Major Projects and Special Operations, BPL.
Present.
I'll read for the record the remainder of the individuals in attendance. Attendees, you don't have to unmute your device when your name is called. Thomas J. Brown, Senior Assistant Corp Counsel, Government Services. Trish Cafferty, Deputy Chief of Operations, Capital Investment and Special Projects Mayor's Office. Jonathan Eschel, Chief of Operations, BPL. And this concludes roll call. Thank you.
Thank you, Colleen. The first order of business before you this morning concerns draft meeting minutes for the Boston Transportation Department on February 26, 2025, and the Public Facilities Department and the Mayor's Office of Housing from the prior meetings which took place on March 26, 2025. Is there a motion to approve these meeting minutes?
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. The meeting minutes of February 26, 2025 for the Boston Transportation Department and March 26, 2025 for the Public Facilities Department and Mayor's Office of Housing are hereby approved. Beginning again this morning, we have Allison Ford, Manager of Major Projects and Special Operations. BPL has one vote request on the agenda for today. Before I read vote number one, I would like to note for the record that Commissioner Mamoli has provided a signed disclosure on the matter and therefore will not be participating in this vote. Vote number one is a request for proposed site selection recommendation and unique acquisition of a commercial leasehold condominium unit from the Asian Community Development Corporation to be presented by Allison Ford. This is for various parcels located on Hudson Street, Tyler Street, Holland Place in the Chinatown neighborhood of Boston for the future municipal use to establish a Chinatown branch library. Allison, if you please present your vote request.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here today to request your vote for the proposed site selection recommendation and unique acquisition of a commercial leasehold condominium unit from the Asian Community Development Corporation located at 0, 55, and 57 Hudson Street, 0, 52, 54, 56, and 58 Tyler Street, and 0 Holland Place in the Chinatown neighborhood of Boston for the future municipal use to establish the Chinatown Branch Library. The previous Chinatown Branch Library closed in 1956, and the community has been advocating for its replacement ever since. In response to this advocacy, the city has completed 2 feasibility and service studies to determine the needs of the Chinatown community and to analyze possible sites in Chinatown to locate the branch. Working with the Planning Department, BPL determined the Planning Department's parcel R1 was a viable location. In August 2021, the Planning Department issued an RFP for the development of parcel R1 in the Chinatown neighborhood. As part of the RFP requirements, responders were asked to include the core and shell for a branch library along with affordable housing units. The RFP also stipulated that the city would purchase the branch library unit as a condo from the developer at cost. And just to be clear, by core and shell, we mean a bare box that meets the specific needs of BPL that the city will then come and fit out to the final design of the branch later. Through the RFP process, Asian Community Development Corporation, known as ACDC, was selected as the developer and designated for a 99-year land lease with the EDIC. If we could look now at the PowerPoint slides, I can walk you through the development and give an overview of the condo we plan to purchase. So looking here at slide 1, you can see the site within Chinatown. The site of the development is shown here in the dashed red line. It is approximately 18,000 square feet, and you can see it's a dense urban site. It's also mid-block. On Tyler Street, the site is neighbored by Tufts Medical Campus buildings. On Hudson Street, there are housing, and on Harvard Street, also housing buildings. The building To the side towards Nealon Street is a mixed-use building with retail and offices. Slide 2. Here's a street-level photo of the site. You can see that the site has, in recent years, been leased out as a parking lot for the neighborhood. Slide 3. Here you can see the design of the full building on the left, and then a zoom in on the entry of the branch on the right. The branch space and the housing will have separate entrances, and the idea is to keep the two spaces as separate as possible. The building is 12 floors total. The rest of the building is made up of 110 affordable housing units. 66 of those are rental, and 44 are home ownership. Moving on to slide 4. Here you can see a site plan of the building. The building takes up the majority of the site, and there's just a little bit of landscaping outside on the Hudson Street at the entrances, so we can have a little reading garden outside. On to slide 5. Here you can see the actual footprint of the branch condo in blue. The total square footage of the condo across the 2 floors is 17,027 square feet. The condo will be purchased as a unique acquisition allowed under Chapter 30B. We have agreed with ACDC to the purchase price of $9,705,558. As was what was stipulated in the RFP, we are paying for the condo at cost with no additional profit to the developer. We plan to make a payment for the soft costs ACDC has already paid for, up to $1 million at the signing of the purchase and sale agreement. We will then make the final payment at the end of construction for the remainder. This delay in payment for the unit reduces risk to the city, but requires ACDC to incur additional loan costs. These additional costs are estimated at $588,000, which the city is responsible for and is included in the purchase price. The funds for this purchase price have been approved by the city's Office of Budget Management. As change orders of necessity or change orders requested by the library occur, BPL and PFD will review and approve those that are required. These will increase the purchase price. The purchase and sale agreement includes a maximum purchase price of $11,812,500, which cannot be exceeded regardless of change orders. This maximum purchase price is 25% higher than the future unit's appraised value of $9,450,000, which was determined by an independent appraisal consultant. Appraised value was used as opposed to assessed value to set the maximum purchase price because the City of Boston Assessor's Department and the Planning Department's Real Estate Division recommended that a usable assessed value could not reasonably be determined for an asset that does not yet exist. An appraisal value is the only reasonably available alternative. A home rule petition was passed by the state legislature on July 11, 2022, granting the city exemption from Chapter 7C and 149 procurement laws, allowing us to purchase the condo from the developer. The exceptions are only for the construction of the core and shell. The city's fit out of the core and shell will follow standard procurement law. The current project schedule has ACDC completing the core shell condo space in 2027, and upon certificate of occupancy of the core shell, the condo will be turned over to the city to complete our fit out of the branch. Thank you for your time and review of this vote request. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Allison. Any questions from the commissioners?
No questions, just more of a comment. Just want to commend the teams for the work and the diligence that went into putting this vote together. Appreciate the work, Allison.
Thanks.
Do we have a
Allison,
motion?
so before, just a quick question. Allison, did you mention, is it the permitting fee of $588,000? What was that piece that you mentioned that has to be floated between, in between?
Yeah, so because ACDC needs to float the cost of our core shell, so they will need to take out a loan to cover that cost, and so they'll incur interest, and that's where that $588,000 comes from.
Okay, good, thank you. I just want a clarification. Okay, sorry, Donald, I think I heard you make a motion.
Motion to approve?
Larry?
He's not voting.
Oh, he can't. That's me then. That's the whole point of this. I second that.
All in
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
Thank you. Vote number 1 is hereby approved. This concludes BPL's agenda for today's meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn this portion of the meeting?
Motion to adjourn. That one I can do. All right, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so.
Thank you,
what we got?
everyone. We're going to have a little break after this. Thanks.